to McCormick, to the hole with a two-hand foul.
That little guy amazes me every game.
They want you to take shots. I want you to make shots. Welcome to the Auburn Basketball Review presented by Toyota with Auburn head coach Bruce Pearl. I'm Andy Burcham. Glad to have you with us today. Well, an interesting week of basketball. A win against Georgia at home and then go on the road and suffer the first loss of the season.
Kind of the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Starting with the good. Unbelievable atmosphere in Auburn Arena for Georgia. Weird start time with the storm. Our fans responded as you knew they would. Students lined out the door. We gave them biscuits for breakfast.
Right?
And, we play with great effort and energy against Georgia. I want to give Tom Crean and that program credit for making the adjustment, given the storms. Not one word of a complaint or anything, just to get them in, get them out, get the fans back home, buttoned down, safe. In case we saw hurricanes or things, and obviously our area with Beauregard last spring, it's hit home, and we played really, really well. Obviously, then we went, went to Alabama, and didn't play well. Alabama played well. They played better than they played against us, and still beat us by close to 20. So it was, like I've been telling you, we're a good team.
All right, we'll get to the good and the bad on the Auburn Basketball Review. We'll start with the Georgia highlights when we come back on the Auburn Basketball Review, presented by Toyota.
The Auburn Basketball Review is presented by Verizon. One family, many unlimited plans. And by the Auburn University College of Veterinary Medicine.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
As parents of 6, this network is one less thing I have to worry about.
Why the Aceves family chose Verizon.
We all use our phones very differently.
These two are always gaming, and this one's always on FaceTime.
And my oldest is learning to be a pilot. We need a reliable network because I need to know he's safe. As soon as he lands, he knows he better call Mama.
Mama.
The network more people rely on gives you more. Like plans your family can mix and match starting at just $35. And Apple Music on us. Plus up to $700 off the latest iPhone when you switch. That's Verizon.
Our free checking account is not just about free. It's about freedom. Freedom to save without worrying about a monthly service charge, to access your money whenever and wherever you want. Freedom to experience the power of an easy-to-use award-winning app.
Your sister.
My sister. How can I send Laura money? Cool.
Or freedom to know you can count on people you trust. Opportunities await for those who choose freedom. BBVA, creating opportunities.
This is the Auburn Basketball Review presented by Toyota with Tigers head coach Bruce Pearl. I'm Andy Burcham. We start with highlights from the Georgia game this past Saturday. As you mentioned earlier, an odd start time because of pending weather coming in. Your ball club came out and really played a very good basketball game.
We did, and obviously when you play against one of the best freshmen in the country, Anthony Edwards, has got to be a key as far as a scouting report. I thought Isaac Okoro in particular, but our backcourt did a really good job of identifying him and not letting him get going, and as a result, we were able to control the game with our defense.
Let's take a look at the highlights presented by Truckworks.
The tap is controlled by Auburn to the basket to our left.
In the left corner, Isaac Okoro for three. Good. Wheeler, head fake at three. Gets the ball right back. Shot is up. It's blocked by Okoro. Top of the circle, Samir. Puts it on the floor with the left hand. Between the legs dribble. Step back. Into the lane now. Running one-hander. Good. D'Angelo to Doughty. Under the low post for McLemore. With the jam with the two-hand. Into the key. Backs it up. Goes to the left side. D'Angelo three. Got it! Trims the lead in half. 14-11 Georgia. And it's tapped out to the top for Purifoy. D'Angelo left side. Javon to tie it. Yes!
Ball movement. People movement.
In between the legs dribble twice. Gets the ball down the right side. Crump. Pull it up. Blocked by Wiley. Comes right back to Edwards. McCormick. Bounce pass for Doughty. Samir. Drives. Goes up. Oh, it goes in and he was fouled. What a nice play.
If he starts making his drives, he'll foul that whole team out.
Flanagan, head fake at three. Right side, Okoro into the corner. Jamal, three. Good! Looks, right side pass. Flanagan, long three. Oh, he made it! His third of the year. 17 to shoot for Auburn.
We're going to get a high ball screen to start at the end of the clock and see where we can go one-on-one or a pick and roll.
How about a Samir three? Good!
Little do I know what we're going to do.
11-point Auburn lead. Excuse me, son. Timeout called by Georgia. It's a 25-6 run by Auburn. Inbound, tapped away, stolen by Flanagan. Allen drives into the lane, loses it, gets it back. Kicks it left side for Samir. To the free throw line, down the lane, to the hole. Oh! Auburn made 6 of its last 7 field goals at the half. And Auburn leads by 11 at the break, 35-24.
Well, Gresham's a guy that they got to get going, and he got us going with got them going with a great pass.
Okoro, left corner three. No. Rebound, Wiley up. No. Rebound, Wiley and in. To the top for McCormick. Lobs it to Okoro. Kicks it to the corner. Samir three. Yep.
Ball movement.
Into the post for Purifoy against Hammonds. Drives on Hammonds. Running one-hander. Oh, whoopee! McCormick quickly across midcourt underneath McLemore. Two-hand stuff. Flanagan for Auburn on the break for the Tigers. Allen drives, gets bumped, loses it, comes to Okoro for two. Emphatic two for Isaac. 63-42. McCormick, Purifoy. Oh my goodness. Wow. With the tomahawk jam. Holy moly. Right down the lane. Woo! McCormick drives past Wheeler to the hole, banked it up, missed it. Oh, the rebound jam for McLemore.
We're trying to force the ball to the post now. We don't need to do that.
Jones to Jamal Johnson. Jamal shoots a three. That's what he does. That's what he does. Ahead, Jalen Williams to the hole with the left-hand dunk.
Great shot. I think that young man's got a lot of potential. Really.
82-60. Auburn wins it. It's one of the biggest wins by Auburn over Georgia.
Yes.
Since the Tigers won over Georgia in 1952, 71-49 in December of 1952. Your final again from Auburn Arena. Tigers 82, Georgia 60.
Coach, you talked about you needed increased bench play coming out of the Mississippi State game, and you got that exactly in Georgia. Allen Flanagan, a career high 12 points. Anthony McLemore had double-digit scoring in his last 2 ball games coming off the bench as well.
It just makes us a much better team, Andy, and I really proud of Allen. Made physical plays, did a great job defensively against Edwards, and Anthony, you're just so reliable, with what he does. I'd love him to be a candidate for 6th man of the year in the SEC. Last you've been a starter for a couple of years, coming off the bench this year. So when those guys coming off the bench can give us that kind of production, we get closer to becoming a very good team.
Defensively, against a really good scorer in Anthony Edwards, it was Allen Flanagan, it was Isaac Okoro, it was Samir Doughty. So you kind of by committee trying to take this guy.
I thought they did a good job of showing him bodies and getting into gaps. And Georgia, a very good offensive rebounding team. I thought physically, Austin just does a lot of things in there, protect the rim, and so overall it was a good performance. it's going to be about matchups this year, I think. And we're going to find out, what matchups our system seems to do well against and which ones we struggle. I can't imagine how many losses the champion's going to have this year, but it's going to be more than just a few.
You talked about it earlier, the atmosphere for the game, and it reminds me that folks still have a lot of time to get out there and buy those Outlive T-shirts coming to the ball game. It will culminate with the Kentucky game coming up, but it's time now to get those Outlive.
It's $25, right. and every dime that we get for profit goes to somebody in the state of Alabama that's battling cancer. Like, in other words, how would you like to be in a situation where, hey, Aunt, I need $20 for somebody that's fighting cancer right now? I mean, we'd all be the first. And then we're going to give you a T-shirt so that it's a reminder of, okay, you know the way to outlive cancer? Go get your prostate checked. Get your blood screening. Ladies, get a mammogram. Do what you got to do, because when you catch cancer earlier, you're going to die of something else. You're going to survive it. So I can't imagine anybody being at the February 1st game without an Outlive T-shirt on. So yes, they're on sale, and we sure appreciate the fact that our fans allow us to make a difference.
Brad Law is next. On the other side, highlights from the Alabama game on the Auburn Basketball Review, presented by Toyota.
Five-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
We all use our cell phones very differently.
Why the French family chose Verizon.
So she's always on social media.
He's always watching sports. Someone's video chatting her friend.
Hi, Gianna.
My parents are getting older, so knowing that I can get in touch with them at any time is really comforting.
Grandma, you're on TV.
Wow, what channel?
The network more people rely on gives you more. Like plans your family can mix and match starting at just $35 and a year of Disney Plus on us. Plus up to $700 toward our best phones when you switch. That's Verizon.
Our free checking account is not just about free. It's about freedom. Freedom to save without worrying about a monthly service charge, to access your money whenever and wherever you want. Freedom to experience the power of an easy-to-use award-winning app.
Your sister.
My sister. How can I send Laura money?
Cool.
Or freedom to know you can count on people you trust. Opportunities await for those who choose freedom. BBVA, creating opportunities.
All right, welcome into the Auburn Basketball Review. This is Holding Court. I'm Brad Law, and today we're holding court with Samir Doughty, Auburn's point guard. And Samir, what's your favorite thing? Let's get started. What's your favorite thing about game day at Auburn Arena?
Just the atmosphere here. I feel like this is the best player in the country, best place to play at in the country. So it's always good knowing that we're gonna have a packed crowd before every game, despite what season is in. Like even if it's out of school or in school. So I just enjoy the atmosphere. That's my most favorite thing about game day.
All right. Tell me what it's like for you personally on game day in the locker room. Are you listening to music? Are you quiet? Are you talking to people? What's your kind of your pregame game day ritual?
I normally stay the same. I love music, so I'm listening to music every day. That's one way to get started for the game, but I'm normally talking. I normally try to not stay too quiet. I normally play bad when I play when I do things like that. So just music and just interacting with my teammates, just getting everybody fired up for the game.
All right, if you could play one-on-one, pick up with any basketball player from the past or the present, who would you pick?
Kobe Bryant.
All right, why?
He's competitive, I'm competitive. That's my favorite player. That's always been my favorite player growing up. I always enjoy watching him play, but I never actually had a chance to play against him, and most likely I probably won't never had that chance, being as though he retired. So that's a guy that I would love to play one-on-one with, or pick up with, or even be my teammate.
Kobe, if you're watching, this guy, it'll be a lot of fun. What move would you use to try to get past him?
He's a good defender and he's competitive, so I don't know. It depends on how he playing me. I had to see how he playing me. I can't just predict a certain move, but if he playing me to go a certain direction, I might most likely take that direction he's sending me to. If he backing up, I might shoot the ball. So it just depends on how he's guarding me.
Yeah. All right, this is year 3 under Bruce Pearl. Give me something that you're going to hear BP say every single day, whether it's practice or in a game. If he says one thing, what is it?
Make history. He big on making history. Something else he say is, let's get better today. So he don't normally want to waste a day. He feel like each and every day we got room to improve. So he's always telling us to let's get better today, get better in this area. Those 2 things are the main things that he say each and every day. He never forget those things. And I mean, it's in the back of our heads now. So each and every day I try to get better. I want to get better. I know there's room to improve. And I know it's always history to be made, so that's his main focus, and that's becoming our focus too.
We appreciate you taking time to hold court with us today, Samir. War Eagle to you.
War Eagle, thank you, man.
All right, that's Samir Doughty, and this is Holding Court.
The Auburn Basketball Review is presented by Verizon. One family, many unlimited plans. And by the Auburn University College of Veterinary Medicine.
Welcome to Plainsman Park, where anything can happen.
Left side, base hit, Auburn wins!
Where dreams come true.
A 15 strikeout night. Tanner Burns shuts out Cincinnati.
Come experience it yourself.
You may know Auburn, but do you really know Auburn? We work hard, dream big, and soar past today's limits to the possibilities of tomorrow. Auburn, if you thought you knew us, think again. War Eagle.
You can kiss that ball a goodbye. And the 1-2, a big strikeout, Lexi Hanley. 1-1, lifted in the air, deep to left, and the Auburn Tigers walk off with a 12-4 victory.
Auburn's going to beat Alabama. War Eagle indeed on the Plains.
Welcome back on the Auburn Basketball Review presented by Toyota. Tigers on the road Wednesday night at Alabama. It's a packed house. They were ready to play.
Yeah, they were, and you know, we just struggled, particularly in the offensive end, but it's been a bit of our bugaboo all the way along. Not only, you know, did we not make a lot of shots, but we really didn't take advantage of possessions. We just didn't get to the right spots. We didn't run our stuff. We didn't execute. We didn't get good guard play, and we didn't do a very job from the bench either. So all in all, it may have been a 20-point loss. It could have been much worse.
Highlights are presented by Truckworks.
Tap is controlled by Auburn. Tigers go to the basket to our right. We're underway at Coleman Coliseum. Alan Flanagan at the next break for Auburn. McCormick got a screen, uses it again from Wiley. Pull up 17-footer by Javon, drains it. Baseball pass, Flanagan, top of the circle, free throw line, up from 15. And he banked it in. Back to McLemore to the low post for Okoro. Bumps twice, turnaround jumper, got it. Now to the baseline, Bolden up, block, rebound Auburn. Doughty, or rather McCormick, to Okoro to the hole. Yes, and a foul! Yes, and a foul! Okoro with a chance for the and one. Off the wing, he throws it away to Okoro. Foot race the other way. Isaac to the hole, and he jams it with two hands. 2 seconds down to one, lets it loose behind midcourt, and it's over the top of the backboard, and the first half comes to a close. At the very least, Auburn trims the lead to single digits. D'Angelo Purifoy rises up for a three and buries it. Samir Doughty, free throw line, between the legs, dribble down the lane to the hole, and he scores with a foul on the play. And he throws it. Shackelford throws it, but right to Flanagan on the break for Auburn. Allen down the lane. McCormick off the glass. He got it to fall. McLemore, left wing, Doughty. Samir off of a hedge. Left wing for McLemore and a three. Count it! Left wing now for McCormick. Javon, right wing, Jamal Johnson and a three. Got it! Samir Doughty wants a screen from Wiley. Now to Johnson. Jamal and another three. Bang! Auburn quickly the other way, down 11. Purifoy, three, got it. Rebound Auburn, ahead for Samir Doughty. Drives to the hole, and he dunks it. Flanagan drives to the hole, and he got it to go with a foul. Circle your calendars for February 12th. It's a Wednesday night when Alabama comes to town. Terrell Jones drives underneath. McLemore puts it in and gets fouled on the play.
First loss of the season for this Auburn ball club. Now 15-1 overall, 3-1 in the Southeastern Conference. What was your message to the ball club after this one, Coach?
I think the fact that our mission is not to be 16-1, 0 or 17. Our mission is to get better, and I just don't think we accomplished that. Missed opportunity. Obviously, the rivalry it matters to our fans. We didn't represent our colors like we need to in that rivalry. But it's only one game, and I got to understand how we can handle adversity. And oh, by the way, we go down to Florida now, and that's going to be even tougher. Understand, as I've been saying, we're going to lose games, but the bottom line is, let's make sure somebody beats us. Let's not beat ourselves. And I think there were times when we definitely could have executed better.
One of the first times this season where defensively a team came out and kind of took it to the Tigers.
Well, I think Kyra Lewis was a very tough cover, and we had some strategies to try to, wall him off. But he was able to get downhill on us, and we're going to have to do some different things next time we see them, because that was very, very effective. We lost like we did, and John Petty didn't have a big night, which is very, very unusual. So that tells you, look, this Alabama team was picked 5th in the league, right? They're 9 right now. They're 9-7, and they picked 5th in our league. They're a good team. They got good players. Coach Oates has done a good job with them, and so I get that. It's all about kind of where we go from here. I wasn't worried about the streak. It was great that it lasted as long as it did. It told you that our guys came ready to play every night, and obviously beat the teams on our schedule that we needed to beat. Question is, step up. Do we have the ability to step up? Because we're going to now start playing about 6 or 7 teams in our league better than anybody we played to this point. And that's why you play the games.
We will preview the week that comes up for Auburn at Florida and South Carolina when we come back on the Auburn Basketball Review presented by Toyota.
You may know Auburn, but do you really know Auburn? We work hard, dream big, and soar past today's limits to the possibilities of tomorrow. Auburn, if you thought you knew us, think again. War Eagle.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
good lunch.
Lease a new 2020 Toyota Tacoma SR5 Double Cab V6 for just $239 a month for 36 months. Power runs in the family. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back on the Auburn Basketball Review presented by Toyota. All right, next up, Florida on the road in Gainesville. This is a team that was picked in the top 4, picked above Auburn in the preseason.
Oh yeah, they were picked probably top 2 in the league, and they could still get there. They were preseason top 10. Great talent. Coach White's done a great job with their program. They made some changes in their offense early in the season. What they were doing, what they'd worked on all summer long, wasn't working for them. Now they're more of a traditional fast break ball screening type team. Got really good personnel. Gainesville, I don't even know what the math is, but I know Auburn's had a hard time winning down there. I've always had a hard time winning down there. Great environment, and Florida's pretty big. They've got good size. Blackshear was the preseason player of the year. And he's going to go up against Austin Wiley. Going to be a great matchup. We got to do a good job of getting Austin some good touches, and it's possible that the big man that wins that matchup, that their team's going to win that game.
12:30 Central Time start in Gainesville. Will be on the air on the Auburn Sports Network at noon. Then back at home for a South Carolina team next Wednesday at 6. That's a South Carolina team, oh, by the way, that just beat Kentucky.
That's right. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, Frank Martin does a great job. And I've been saying this, that the champions of our league, the teams that do well, those that make the tournament, are going to be the teams that keep their locker room because of how competitive and the grind it's going to be during the course of the year. South Carolina has had some unbelievable wins this year. We're beating Virginia. They've got several others, and not beating Kentucky. Capable of beating anybody on any night. There's enough talent there. They play hard. They play physically. It's always been a tough matchup for us. They extend. They turn you over. And so, look, you got to win the ones that you're supposed to win. And, a home game against South Carolina, especially because of their math, because they've had some disappointing losses. South Carolina's math is not very good. Those games you got to take care of.
We'll see you down in Gainesville, War Eagle.
Look forward to it, War Eagle.
Tigers head coach Bruce Pearl. I'm Andy Burcham. This has been the Auburn Basketball Review presented by Toyota.